Hello, Ravenites and Kryptonauts all around the world. Thank you for joining us for another special episode. Today we have William, aka Cosmic Druid, as you guys might know him here in the Ravencoin community. Cosmic, welcome, or should I just call you William? How would you prefer to be called?
I'm called by William and Cosmic. It's fine by me.
The
Ka.
Cosmic, Cosmic William. All right. Okay, so we just spent a good an hour trying to get this. Well, first we started working. I got connected with you from one of the other guys in the Ravencoin development meetup development channel here in the Ravencoin server. They told me to reach out to you to try to get IPFS working, to try to get an IPFS Ravencoin node working. You did. You did. You're very patient with me. You worked with me to try to get this going. We got that. We got that thing going. So I thank you a lot for that. So if anybody out there is looking for a way to help volunteer their computer and the resources to help support the network, the Ravencoin network, I highly recommend you jumping over to the development channel here in the Ravencoin server and chit chatting with the guys out there. And just like William, most of the guys out there are very generous with their time, willing to help you out. It's one of those things that I think we all benefit from helping each other out to bring more, I guess, more computer resources to the network, and that's what I'm doing with mine here. So now we're moving over to the, I guess I'm using my virtual machine for the first time, more or less, to learn how to, first of all, how to use it. Second off, Cosmic, you built a program called the Ravencoin Helper OS. Now, before we get to that, William, do me a favor. Just give me a backstory of who you are before you got into the Ravencoin community and how you ended up getting connected to the Ravencoin community.
Okay, sure. Just to reiterate what you're saying earlier, sharing is caring. I strongly believe in paying it forward. It's kind of one of my models. For myself, I was a long time. I was in the IT industry. I have about 21 plus years experience working with servers, working with computers, working from so many different operating systems. For the last 10 plus years, I have been working with like decentralized solutions. About 15, no, 18 plus years ago, I tried to create my own internet service, which was basically a decentralized Facebook clone service, but it was ahead of the time and no one was interested in it. So I shut it down. I've worked with, I used to live in Barbados for about 4 years. From there, I worked with a couple of prestigious companies called KPMG, and another one was Ernst& Young, and I worked for a dot-com company down there. Moved back. I worked for several different million-dollar websites, and the last corporation I worked for, which was a company called CMI Canada,
Uh-huh.
really lovely company. They were responsible for basically all of Walmart Canada's flyers, and I was
Ah.
the IT guy that helped work with the networking, all the servers. I helped out all the creative people, from the what do you call it, the props in the back end,
Mm-hmm.
where you see all the stuff, the photo shoots. I helped out with the digital cameras. I helped out basically with everything with the creative side of things. I loved it there. I was there for about 4 years.
Perfect. That's good.
And I found myself a perfect. It's an interesting story. I'll mention this part. I
Uh-huh.
love saying this part was I was going to fly to Vancouver for a nice.com job, and I tried to convince at that time my girlfriend Tessa. I tried to convince her to um, go with me. She's Filipino, and she wouldn't do it because she had to be stable. So I had to choose between the perfect love of my life, which was Tessa, or the perfect love of my career, and I chose Tessa. So I stayed in Toronto, and I decided
Aw.
to.
Beautiful.
Well, I don't see, but yeah, it is. I mean, it's true. I stayed in Toronto, and from there, what I did is I did a lot of different jobs here and there, and a lot of websites, a lot of WordPress stuff, and I just basically wanted to help out the community um, instead of working for corporations. I was just tired of the corporate drain, and so I that's why I started working for the common people. And then Tessa said, "Hey, what about Bitcoin?" And I said, "No, I'm an anti-Bitcoin and Ethereum." But eventually, I ended up finding Ravencoin because I got myself a GTX 1070 Ti, and I had to choose between Ravencoin and Viral, and I fell in love with the community, with Ravencoin, and the rest is history.
Awesome. How did you find the community? Did the community find you, or you found the community?
From the community, I've been involved in the internet since back in 1993, kind of even before the internet happened. With anyone know BBSs?
Never heard of it.
They're before the internet. Bulletin board systems. I was involved with that way back then,
Ah,
and I helped set up an ISP in Toronto and way back then, and yeah. So what happened is I researched Ravencoin. For me, because I dabble in the metaphysical side of reality, the spiritual side of things, karma, chakras, meditation. I do meditation, mindful meditation. I've done it for about 15 plus years.
uh huh. So,
Community is very important to me. So that's what grabbed me was the passion of the Ravencoin community. It's so noticeable.
so I'm guessing you vibe very well with Push.
Yeah, I worked with Push for about 4 months, and he was just a lot of busy with a lot of other different things,
Oh yeah, that
and
guy's
so,
nonstop.
huh?
That guy
Oh,
is
he's not.
nonstop. Yeah.
Oh yeah, he's a nice guy,
Yeah.
and I referenced him several times with regards to his Ravenclaw service. I think what he's doing is really important for the Ravencoin community. The whole oh, what's it called? The Wall Street version 2. I think it's a wonderful
Uh huh.
idea. I think it's great. I just ended up having to do my own, and because I needed to really focus on my own product, and so we just haven't really talked recently in the last little while.
Uh huh. Yeah.
So, but I mean, between him and I was working with Doug as well from Mango Farms, doing the whole IPFS clustering aspect,
Hmm.
and that's how I got the idea, and I started working on my own OS for Ravencoin.
Okay, and that's more or less where I connected with you. We've crossed paths several times throughout the year. I noticed you're around, but this is my first time really get to know you. And my first just reaction is, dude, you're just so passionate about this. You're willing just to give your time and help me very patiently to get through this. This is great, man. And keep in mind, I'm not a coder, I'm not a developer, but you're willing to sit with me and take me step by step to try to understand what I'm doing here. Okay, I thank you for that, man, William. Thank you. So now that I met you over at development, I saw you're very active in there. You're very interactive with everyone in development. But I noticed that you came out with this project, the Ravencoin Helper OS. I'm not sure what it is, and that's why we pulled it up right now. I'm gonna download it and show everybody what it's all about. So this is an opportunity for you to basically shill what the Ravencoin Helper OS is all about. So go ahead, the table is yours.
Okay, sorry about that. Sorry for interrupting you. I just wanted to say my first NFT is your book.
Ah, beautiful. Thank you. Hashtag buy my book. That's awesome, dude. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
I just had to say that. I read the book, a lovely story. You got good writing skills.
Great. That took, that story there, Esco. I initially wrote that back when I was like in sixth grade on summer break. And then it was just tossed in a shoebox for like over a decade or so. And then I said, you know what? Maybe I should pull this out. And it was a small little journal book that I was writing. You can see my little 6-year-old handwriting on there. It was horrible, but the concept, the idea, the story behind it was built into there. So I said, you know what? I need to expand this and bring it current. So I worked with several people to help me get it to where it's at now. And I'm so thankful for all the people that helped pitch in, just the language, and because I'm not the best at doing all that work. There's a lot of people that helped me try to bring the proper words to that story, to bring the visuals. It's very difficult for me to bring words to visual. So when I was writing that book, I had this idea what I want to do, and so I asked these guys, like, what's a better way to say this. And I went around talking to a lot of people. I said, that's it right there. Boom. That's what I want. Exactly. Thank you. Boom. So I'll jot that stuff down and then slowly paste it little by little, section by section. And then next thing you know, a couple years in, we got what we got. And, and Mike was with us just a little while ago. Boats and Hose, for the guys that for the Ravencoin out there, the community that knows him as Boats and Hose. Mike has been the guy that helped me step by step once again. I'm not a coder or developer. I didn't know how to work with the Ravencoin network, but I wanted to create an NFT, and I wanted to be something that I'm very passionate about, because I think if you're, in my opinion, I think if you're very passive about what you're doing with a blockchain, you're not gonna have, the desire to continue on with that project. You're just gonna be like, whatever. I just copied a royalty free rock and I pasted it onto the Ravencoin network, and I made an entity. So what? I move on. No, for me, this is my passionate thing, dude. I took years of my life to write this book, and then to mint it onto the Ravencoin network. The bummer is that it's all publicly visible. So somebody out there, a troll out there, did actually clone my book and mint it. So that's a bummer in itself. But if you know who I am, Blockchain John, you know that the book that I sell does come from the main was it the main asset, Moon J Media /ESCO. That's MOONJAYMEDIA. All right, enough of me. Back to William.
Okay. So
Ravencoin helper.
basically, okay, so what I basically consider is a Ravencoin framework. So if you Google what a framework is, it's basically a bunch of different software that allows you to perform specific functions. So even though it is based upon an operating system, the operating system is an open source called Diet Pi. It's incredible. What I have done is I've greatly manipulated the Diet Pi operating system itself, and I've added the two core services that makes up the Ravencoin network. That is the Raven node, and that is the IPFS node. Now but it does a lot more than that, of course. That's just the basics, so that when you run it and you install it, you are basically supporting and enhancing the Ravencoin network. What makes my service very unique is that the with regards to the IPFS side of things, is there is a program that will continuously download all of the NFTs based upon, number one, the size of the NFT, and number two is the size that you want to allocate for the IPFS server itself. You may only have 200 gigs of hard drive space, so you want to make sure you only want to allocate 10 or 20 gigs. So the default setting I have, that when you install it, is you download the 1 meg NFTs, and the maximum size that it's going to take up is 10 gigs.
Mm-hmm.
Now, you can expand both of those by, again, changing the configuration file, and you can choose 10 meg NFTs, 20 meg NFTs, and you can increase the disk size. You can't do that normally with regards to IPFS. You have to create some kind of a helper program, which is what I've created. I spent a lot of time on it.
Ah, that's awesome. Yeah, because there is actually, for the folks that out there that don't know, there's actually a limit. Even if you have your own node, is a default limit. I think it's 10 gigs or 20 gigs, something like that.
So yeah, so basically what that it starts off with that way things get running, you're helping out, and it's automatically grabbing the new assets, on a repetition from the Raven node that are created every day. So if somebody creates something today, then if you're up to date, eventually today or tomorrow, what'll happen is you'll get those assets downloaded to your IPFS as well. It's all running in the background. Now above that core service is a couple other useful functions. Number one is what you're seeing right there is the wiki. It's not the Ravencoin wiki, but if you click on the main page, what you just saw before is when you boot up the first time you see it. What you see here is several different core services that are available, and if you scroll down, there's all these different areas that have listings already, like the tokenized assets, the mining pools, the NFT exchanges, the NFT artist helpers. I'm on that, by the way.
Nice.
You know, save the spot for my donation. It's free, and I'm going to constantly update the Ravencoin. page. If you scroll back up, what you see there is you have the Ravencoin online wallet. I'm using Mango Farms. The
Oh,
reason why if you click on it, go ahead and click on it. It's okay. You go to Mango Farms. Oh, maybe you're not. Oh, okay. I guess you're not connected to the network yet, I guess. Okay. That's
okay.
interesting. Okay, moving forward. So why was something wrong with Mango Farms? Okay. Then you have the Ravencoin. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Then you have other stuff such as the Ravencoin Asset Explorer, the Raven Statistics Board.
Huh.
Okay, so your network probably isn't set up properly. We'll have to work on that. We can do that later.
Okay.
So what happens now is there are several new features. If you go back, go back there. You notice, for example, now here's the next service called NFT Adder. If you click on it, go up the top there, NFT Adder. Yep. So what that is it's not ready yet. I'm still working on it. This will allow you, as an artist or as a buyer, okay, or a seller, to make sure that you have all the NFTs that you have saved on this machine right here.
Ah.
Even though IPFS does it for you based upon the criterias, if you're doing it manually, then you know beyond a reasonable doubt, and it gives you a form of comfort. You follow me?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So it's not ready yet, but it will be ready soon. Just I had to, sometimes when you're trying to get it out in beta, you have to pick and choose. So if you go back again, so yeah, thank you. So this is the wiki portion, and the purpose for that is to have as much information as possible, anything to do with Ravencoin that people can have at their fingertips, especially new people. So I'm going to make sure this gets updated all the time. Again, it's going to take me time to get all the resources. There's a person who I bug all the time for this, and it's the humble miner. He's got a really great graphical portion of it, so I'll be bugging him a lot. He knows that. um, a couple other services, just so you know. Um, what I just implemented right now, it's not on this version right now because I just started implementing it. It's going to be on the next version when I download, hopefully within a week or two. Is you can create what's called an IPFS website, and
IPNS?
with the sorry IPFS website,
Okay.
and what that means is because you have IPFS, and since the hashtag is what you use for the address in your browser, you don't need the internet anymore to have your own website. So I have what's called a default template that you can create. I call it the Raven's Nest. If you go to my website, ravencoinhelper.com, you can see what's called a IPFS directory. Yeah, okay, but it's not going to work because I think the network is down. Just so that everyone knows, this is the first time we set up the Ravencoin helper. We still got to work on it. But so yeah, so what I was saying is that's a service that is free. So all you got to do is send me your the peer ID. It's going to be a web interface, so it's not going to be confusing, and it gets uploaded so that what happens is your IPFS server gets known throughout the network. Um, we were talking about the whole Swarm Connect.
Mm-hmm.
Remember we were talking about the Swarm Connect earlier,
Yes.
how you
Yes.
added all that stuff into the config?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's all done automatically in the background. So they don't have to worry about that stuff.
Nice. Okay.
And the last thing I want to say is I'm trying to make Ravencoin Helper POW or proof of work. And right, what that means is every time you have this up and running, because you're helping out the Ravencoin and the IPFS server, you're broadcasting throughout the network. So we're going to be able to see that you're up and living, and we will test that connection to make sure you're running and you're okay. And if you want, number one is you can be notified. We can notify you if it's down for whatever reason why. But every 24 hours you're up, you get a token.
Ah.
And
Okay.
yeah, yeah, and I'm working with other people, such as the humble miner, to tie my token in to create more value. for the token, and I'm selling all of my NFTs that I have on my. If you go to cosmicdruid.org, I know you can't see it here because don't go.
Let me
Yeah,
let me see if I can
or maybe
switch
you
this
can.
over here. Give me a second
We'll have to
to
work on we'll have to work on this for you.
yeah. Give me a second here. Switch
Again,
over to
beta, and we're in beta mode. So yeah, you'll find that. So basically, what I'm getting at there is, I will be. Oh, there you go. Okay. So I'm going to be selling my. Oh, okay. Okay, fine. That's great. You can go to cosmicdruid.org. Show you.
give me a second here. I'm trying to switch over the. Let's see. What if I do this here? There we go. Okay. Cosmic.
Druid, druid.org. There you go. Yep. So this is my own personal website. If you go where it says on the middle right hand corner says my collection of, okay, well those, okay, those are my, scroll down, sure, do some PR,
This.
scroll down.
Okay.
Okay, but scroll down. These are the NFTs that I create from the Divine Feminine. If anyone's interested in buying any, they're on the Ravenist. I have a lot of different ones that are available. I have like 71 different NFT styles. Okay, so anyways, a little PR doesn't hurt. If you click on the my collection of other artist NFTs and tokens.
Okay. It's loading.
Yep. Okay. You can scroll down. Yep. Scroll down. No, it's there. Scroll down.
Oh, okay. I see. I see what happened.
Yep, scroll down. So these are some of my advertisements, and these are all the NFTs I've been. Not all of them. These are like about half of them that I've been collecting. Scroll down. There's a lot more. I'm selling them all to boost the value of the token. You can scroll. There's more. Scroll.
And
There's a
where
lot more.
can people get these?
Load more. Oh, there. I bought them. You can contact me. So click on the load
Oh,
more
you have the
button.
Ravencoin torch, dude. Yeah, that came from C3 Media.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Oh yeah. There's a lot. Yeah. I was one of them. If you remember, I tried to help out everyone. I
Yeah.
transferred.
Yep. Yep.
In
Yep.
fact, if I'm correct, what happened? It died with somebody else, and I
Yeah.
wasn't able to forward it. But then I came back into the channel and said, hey, look what happened. Here you go. Oh, okay. Because I saved some of them.
Yep. 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 I
So
see.
I've
I
been,
see. You got the drunk right here.
yeah.
The drunk Raven.
Yeah.
Nice.
So my goal is to sell them. Not all of them. I've got some favorites. Like if you scroll up to the top, I'll show you my one of my most favorite ones. I got a few. So, there's Morgan with hers. I love that one. She has a couple. The one on the top left hand side there, the shamanic ritual. If you click on that one, yeah, you can actually see view and information. I don't have in there, but the Morgan one, that's fine. You can click on view the NFT. So, um, oh yeah, it's my favorite one, but shamanic. Yeah, I'm a druid, right? So I like that one.
Nice.
Um, and you can close up there. And I'll give you an example. One I like is yeah, that's another one he does.
Okay,
And Morgan, I want to show you Morgan. She's awesome.
where?
The one that's one, two, three, four over, three down. There you go. So she creates a lot of them. She also has some I think I have them up on there. She also created some dream catchers. Hmm. So anyways, what I'm doing is I'll be selling all of these, and I'm selling them so that what'll happen is the raven I get for them will go towards the token, and that the people who want to be able to use the token for other services, I will give some of the Ravencoin to help offset the cost. You see what I'm getting at?
Uh huh.
That's what I'm kind of working on, but it's a work in progress.
Okay.
There's some other artists that I love, like you can see them all. There's just some incredible artists there. Oh, there you go. There's the Raven Mint made some great fairies. I'm a druid after all. Um, what do you call it? As well as what do you call it? Who was it? Yeah, I love those ones. The Rick and Morty. I'm a Rick and Morty fan. What can I tell you? And I got the Humble Miner. I'm one of the friends for the otters on the right hand side. You can see. Yeah. So a lot of these artists are incredible, and that's one of the things I do part time, like maybe about 30% of the time, and I help out other artists who need the help. I'm not a marketplace, although I am setting up a marketplace. I'm in the process of setting one up. It's a small one just to sell these. And I also help out others with their marketplaces, but I will not, how do you say it? I don't want to build a marketplace. So, there's also another gentleman who you mentioned about. He's probably going to kill me for saying this. His name's Mary Adonis. If you can go to the browser or to, what do you call it? Twitter. Oh, okay. And type in, search for at Mary Adonis. I'll show you at or ampersand Mary MYR. Okay, okay. I'm just
What?
trying to figure if I can get his name, just so I can show you. Um, Great. Now I'm trying to how to spell his name. He always tease me because I can't spell his name properly. Okay, so it's at MYRIADONUS. Here, I don't know if you have it or not. Let me
Yeah, I
just
got
put it
it.
here quick. Okay, good. Okay. So he has a lot of NFTs. If you look on Ravenist, I helped him. I created the NFTs for him. He has both photos and some other cool aspects as well. And oh, hmm, I have to tell him what happened there. Oh, okay. Well. Oh, he has to change his. Okay, yeah, tell me he changed it. Okay, that's weird. I'll tell him to work on it. So anyway, so I help him with creating them all and marketing them. He's in the process of creating a marketplace as well, but that's all I'm going to say. I'm helping him with that, but it's not in the works. Oh, there you go. Scroll up. That's his work right there. This
Nice.
is actually one of his tokens I created for him. It's showing all of yeah. If you click on his tokens there or click on his link, there you go. Thank you.
There we
So it
go.
shows all. There you go. So that's all his work. I support him. I create all the entities for him. He doesn't have time to do it, so I do this like just a little bit, just like how Ricky used to do it,
Uh-huh.
you know. But I don't do it full time because I can only allocate about 30% of my time. The rest of my time is really involved in the Ravencoin helper. So, but yeah, you can see how Cosmic Druid, I have a lot of stuff there, and I have my own as well. So if you click on the Cosmic Druid one, I'll show you. No, down below. Oh, no, go
Oh,
back, go back, go back. Click on the, no, go up, up. One more. There you go.
oh,
Created by, there you go.
okay.
It's okay. And then of course there's tons there you can see. Some you'll see of my Jade Sky, which is my goddess. She's a digital Mumu of Ravencoin. Mumu is ghost for Tagalog, Filipino.
Uh-huh.
I have a lot of Filipino friends and family, of course. There you go. You can see it right there. There you go. Jade Sky dress, Jade, and they're all tokens and stuff. There they are. So, and I have some tokens as well that you can sell. You can buy for 4.44 Raven coin, and they're good luck tokens. Oh, and there's my coffee. I use that one all the time. My coffee guy right there. And those you see up there, those lovely photos, and they're Mary Adonis as well. They're his artwork. And I got to tell you something. Oh, do I have it up there? There is a picture that if you scroll up a little bit and then scroll. Yeah. Okay, stop there. Scroll down a little bit more. One more down. Okay. Go three over and you see This is a big elk. One more over. Yep, click on that one for a second there. There's a story behind that one. So what happened is he took this picture, and it was right after it got filmed on the television. I forget what television he was saying, where there's a video on YouTube that somebody actually caught this bear swimming right in the water and attacking the moose that you see down on the bottom there. And he caught it, and the bear was just sitting there for a little while, and he actually was able to catch it. So
Ah, okay.
and it's apparently there's a video for it, and it's kind of famous in his state. So, but he was actually there, and he filmed it about 30 minutes after the bear caught it. So, anyways, so he saw it for 200 Raven. So I really tried really hard to try to get the photo NFT artists, and I'm trying my best. I have a couple other spots, like one for cats, one for nature, that people can upload their NFTs for, or what have you. But yeah, going back to the ravencoinhelper.com, one of the services I'm going to be implementing eventually is an IP a dynamic DNS functionality, so that wherever your node is, if you like, okay, thank you. Yeah, you can go there. You can click on the Ravencoin IPFS directory. I want to show you something there. Okay. So what you see on the left-hand side there, the image, if you click on it, that's an actual NFT. If you can see up there, ravencoinasset.explore.net, that's an NFT. And you can if you click on the home, my stuff, and about me buttons in the menu, it works, right? Click on, you won't see anything different, but you can click on them and they stay within the NFT. And that is a simple template that's available when you download the
Oh, okay.
yes. And it's not that hard to make. It's not how you can just change everything here. It's a template.
Uh-huh.
And you can then, because if you look at the IPFS CID on top, which is the hash that you need for the Ravencoin NFT, you can create your own NFT from it.
Uh-huh. Okay.
So if you go back to the Ravencoin IPFS directory again,
Where is it? There it
yep,
is.
and so it says, if you notice what I said here is on the 8th at 2:22 p.m. my IPFS server is down because I'm doing something with it. But if you click on the IPFS link itself right now, which is, you see the template website, the link, it's still working. But how can it be working if my IPFS server is down?
Because it's pinned, right?
It's pinned in some of the main locations. I have it pinned. Whenever anyone creates a raven's nest and notifies me, I will make sure it's pinned on my VP on my IPFS server. It's always up. It's a VPS server. You can go back there again, go back. And I also have, go back one more. Yep. The IPNS link, which I'll explain that one in a second there. That one, what happens is you can make changes in the IPFS, and you can always go back to this link and everyone can get it. So whatever changes you have is always going to stay within this thing.
Okay. And this is
So that's the
available
difference
now?
between sorry?
This is available now? I can start using this now?
Yeah. Oh, you can. Yes, you can. So what you'd have to do is uh, it's okay. So the service right now is not available on this beta version that you download that you have. It'll be on the next one. Sorry. I mean, there's only one person doing this.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I'm looking for helpers, by the way. But what I can tell you is you can do it manually if you want, and I'll tell you how. Go over to the right to the next, or click on the IPFS link. Okay, go down to where it says the template website. Scroll down.
Oh,
Yeah, click on there. If you were to highlight where it has the hashtag, I don't on top. I don't know why it says. Okay, it's really weird. Something happened there. I don't know why it did that. Oh, you must. Okay, it's a different version. No, I'm gonna have to show you another link. Okay.
Okay.
I'm trying to see your link, but it's so small I can't see it. But I'll show you what I'm talking about.
I can zoom in if you want.
Okay, here we go. Okay, so I'm gonna send you this link here,
Okay.
just so we know where it is. And it's a CID for the IPFS. And if I can figure out, I'm still, believe it or not, even though I'm a computer guy, I still get confused by these. Okay, Ravencoin, where is it? Um, Here we go. Okay, there you go. So if you click on there, you'll notice that you have the CID, which starts from after the IPFS/Q and all the way to where it says 111 at the end. Yeah, it's different. The header for that is different. No, yeah, if you go back to the Discord,
Uh huh.
the link,
So
yes,
it's right
this,
here.
okay,
Okay, I see it.
yeah, click that link.
I did.
Okay, so see, it looks different to me, but okay,
Right.
so what you need is that the CID. You see where it starts with the Q and
Right. It would
ends
be here. Yeah.
so the 111, not the slash.
Right. Right. Right.
So in your server, if you do what's called yeah, exactly. If you do what's called IPFS space add, sorry, no, IPFS space get, and this CID, IPFS get, you don't need the slash, but that's fine. IPFS space get space that, it will download all the files of the template
Uh
into a
huh.
folder that's named by this. And then what you do is you modify the files however you like it. And then what happens is then you will pin it and it'll be ready. So then you would do a IPFS. Well, you don't pin it, sorry. You add it because it's part of your IPF server. My apologies. You would do an
Okay.
IPFS add dash R in that folder.
Oops. Okay. So I
Now,
already downloaded that. It's 100%.
great. Now I'm going to make it easier so that the regular person doesn't have to remember these command lines and everything else for the web portion of it. But I'm not there yet. That's bells and whistles portion. So what I'm getting at is there's also something else very important that I should be mentioning about the Ravencoin Helper OS. And the reason why I call it a framework is this. There are others that I'm working with that you can download their products, Ravencoin products, and it'll install and run inside this virtual machine. Have you heard of the WX Raven?
Yes, I have that installed. I haven't tinkered with it though.
Okay, so it's going to be able to install in here. So you don't
Okay.
have to install it anywhere else. You'll download it. You don't have to configure it. It'll be installed, running. It's not doing it right now. Again, that's another project that we are working on, and that's an example. There are website services that I'm going to link to that people could use. They click on it. There are other. I'm not too sure. I wish I knew of other projects that deal with Windows and Linux that I could implement and add and install down here. But the point I'm getting at is this is now another area that Ravencoin developers can go to either sell or give away for free their products and services. So without having to worry about people figuring out how to do it or not, because it's going to be in package form. So that's basically about it for now. I'm looking for testers for Raspberry Pi, whether it's a 3B or 4B, 2 gig, 3 gig, 2 gig, 4 gig, or 8 gig, or
To do well.
to install the Ravencoin Helper OS to get it, to test it out. It's in beta right now, although it's pretty stable. It's in beta. There's a lot
Okay.
of fine tuning that needs to be done. Like for example, you notice there's like how come it kind of caused issues with regards to Oracle because well we forgot to put in the extensions and stuff like that. I have to fine tune all that, right?
Uh huh. All right.
Yeah, I'd say that's about it for now.
Sounds good. Is there anything else you want to talk about here about Ravencoin? The how about this? You've been very involved with the development channel. You want to give us an update of what's been going on there?
I'm just a fly in the wall. I won't say anything. I'm not okay. So I'm recognized as a developer. I'm very honored by that, having that role in the official Ravencoin Discord. I think it's wonderful, but I really don't consider myself a developer, even though other people they think I am. I used to work with a lot of developers and stuff, so maybe I'm very humble. I don't know, but to be honest with you, I don't know enough to say anything official. So no.
Okay. All right.
I'm more of a fly in the wall. I help out people when I can, but you know, I
Well,
don't know anything else other than what you see on there.
sounds good. All right, William. Well, thank you for being on the podcast, and I hope to get you back on soon with an update on your project.
Great. Thank you very much for having me. I appreciate it.
All
Hope I
right.
didn't talk your ear off.
No, absolutely not. Yeah. So that there is William, aka Druid, giving us an update of what the Ravencoin Hopper is all about. If you guys want to participate, I'm sure you guys can reach out to him via Discord. Or you're on Twitter as well, or you can go directly to what's your website? Your ravencoinhelper.com, and you can download it directly from there.
Yes, there's also a form. I think contact me form that you could fill out and get information there. You can contact me on Twitter, which is Techno Buddha.
Got it. All right, perfect. So with that said, Ravenauts, thank you for listening and participating here in the Ravencoin Network. And until next time, stack sats and hodl. Adios.
Caw, caw, caw.